everybody, welcome to Geeky Faucets. I am Amy Dale.
And I'm Christine Lucas Savage.
And today we have a very special guest star with us today we were excited about, Tony Velciotti. Yay! Hi Tony!
Hello.
And we're going to tell you more about him in just a minute. We did want to mention though this weekend that we are going to be, and I think Tony, you're going to be there too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll be there too. We're going to Galaxy Fest. So if you are in the Colorado Springs area, you should definitely check it out.
Totally.
And their website is galaxyfest.com, so you can see what you're getting into. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and there's some.
And we're going to be there, so
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
it'll
what more
be
do
even
you
more
need?
fun. And there's zombies. I think like the Friday night there's a zombie crawl.
Zombie pub crawl.
Zombie pub crawl. How fun is that?
Super
Pretty
fun.
cool.
Definitely go. So yeah. So today what we're super excited about is Tony is here, and he's going to talk to us about his new invention.
Yay!
Which is super cool, and Christine's been trying it out.
Mm-hmm. And we love it.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us about what it is?
Cool.
And then we'll talk more about it.
Well, I'll tell you about what it is. It is a remote battery pack to charge your widgets. Whatever digital widget you have, we can charge it with this remotely. There's a lot of products like this on the market. You've seen things like this already. I mean, there's Mophie juice pack and stuff like that. But a lot of those, when we tested them, they didn't give the same performance that we were anticipating. We get 1.5, 2 charges, so we started doing a little research and figuring out the best way to make one. And it's really quite simple. To use your standard, your very own personal one, your personal iPhone charging cable and your personal iPhone. And now, the lovely Amy Dale will tell us, after I turn it on,
Okay.
how much charge is on my phone now, Amy?
87%.
So 87%. So we'll just leave it over here, and it's going to charge, and that's about the most exciting thing you can hear about it. We're doing a little launch for the company on Kickstarter. Wow, it's singing to me too.
It
I didn't pay
is.
extra for the
Look at
singing.
that. Oh, you're getting texts or something, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to turn the sound off so you don't have to. Because it'll ruin a podcast. I have no podcast etiquette. So basically, the thing that makes ours a little bit unique is our battery chemistry and our software and the programming that's actually in the charging part. So it can sense what you're plugging into it, and then it will charge it accordingly as fast as possible. So,
And it's fast.
yes, Christine's
'Cause-
husband's been testing.
Yes, we've been testing it out, and we actually took it in the car with us once just to see, and it charged faster than what our car would have charged our phones.
Cool.
Yeah, and we've charged, I don't even know. I think we've charged a phone, an iPad, phone again. I don't remember. I
Camelback
lost.
water filter.
We had a
thing.
water filter thing, which is great for the outdoors.
You charge a water filter?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's a UV water filter thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty fancy.
Kills
Yeah.
bugs.
It does.
Awesome.
with
Yeah.
UVs.
Montezuma's revenge won't happen to you. if you have
Awesome.
this water bottle. Anyway, but I lost track of the number of things we've charged on it, and it's always fast. Because
Cool.
I hate waiting. I really hate waiting. I'm a big, huge fan of instant gratification, and this really helps with that.
That's our goal, instant gratification. And if you want some instant gratification, we're actually on Kickstarter, so just go to Kickstarter, look up No Outlet, No Problem, or go to nooutletnoproblem.com, and it'll take you to the Kickstarter page. We love your support, and if you have questions, just ask us. We're pretty accessible there. There's even phone numbers and emails right on the Kickstarter page if you want to talk about it more. And that's really about all I have to say, other than they're really pretty. They come in 3 sizes. Here's one in the retail box.
And they have a bonus flashlight, right? Is that
I'm
true?
going to share that for later, but
Oh,
it is
sorry.
true. It is true.
Ruined
Sorry!
Gosh!
You ruined the buzz.
I did.
Actually-
Are the colors there yet?
We're only going to do black, white, and the brushed aluminum
Okay.
for the Kickstarter program. We do have pink and orange and
Because
some
we have
other
the orange
colors.
one. It's a burnt orange.
We
I
gave
think.
you the
that's
very
cool.
first one ever. You have one of the prototypes. But one of the things she was so quickly told you about.
Oops.
I come from the lighting industry, so
Excited.
one of the things I do is LED lighting. And when the engineer who did the circuit for me on this came over and said, "Hey, I've got extra ports. You want to put a flashlight in it?" I thought, what a stupid gimmick. But I'm like, go ahead, put a flashlight in. It won't cost us anything to add a flashlight. So I don't even talk about it in the video. And it turns out everybody that we've given one of these to, first thing they're going is, "Oh, it's got a really cool flashlight. Man, that's
That
awesome."
would
I'm like,
totally, that would
really?
be me. I didn't even know it had a flashlight.
lithium-ion polymer technology, really high-end
But
software
it's got
for
a
charging.
flashlight!
But it's got a flashlight!
See, that's me. That was me.
Yeah.
I was so
Bright,
excited.
shiny
about the
objects.
flashlight.
Hello.
Yeah, I should
Yeah,
have
we
pretty
like
much
it.
just gone with, "Hey, it's a big flashlight that you can charge your iPhone from." But we ship it to you guys with a kit that has all of the different connectors for cell phones, gaming systems, and all
Brilliant.
that stuff. The only thing we don't have, and you're going to ask, so I'm going to tell you, is we don't have an iPhone 5 connector in here. Because when I designed the packaging and all these little connectors, there was no iPhone 5 yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just getting ready to launch. The next version will, I promise, have
But
an
you can
iPhone
also
5.
use your own personal
It's
cable.
BYOC.
So
Bring
bring
your
your
own
own
cable.
cord or cable.
Cable cord.
Cable
same
cord,
thing.
whatever.
Works either way.
So for the remedial techie,
Remedial.
how does it work? Do I plug this thing in, or it just automatically works? Like there's some sort of
Well,
magic that happens.
Since
I
it's a
think it's
reach,
magic.
it's magic actually. It's just a magic box. Everyone wanted a magic box.
Ooh,
so
like
they
a
did.
TARDIS.
Do you rub it and a genie comes out and charges your phone?
Had I thought of that originally, I probably would
I
have
would
gone
totally
that
have
route.
bought 15
Yeah.
of them
But what
and
we-
had genie friends.
What we actually did is you charge it just like any battery would. You plug it into your USB in your computer or your charger for your cell phone, your iPad, whatever charger you have, it'll charge from that USB.
Okay.
And you can charge it in your car charger in your car, it doesn't matter. So it'll just always have a charge for you. And you can charge your phone while you're charging the battery by just passing it through.
Doesn't it
Wow.
only take like 6 hours to go from 0 to all the way charged?
This one goes from 0 to full charge in 4 to 6 hours,
4 to 6 hours,
depending
which is
on
like
what
nothing.
you got. Yeah, it's pretty
That's
quick.
amazing.
That's really cool.
The bigger aluminum one, the aluminum brushed aluminum, fancy, sexy Mac looking one. Can you say Mac without like paying them money on your podcast?
We're about to find
Mac.
out.
Mac.
We're so rebellious.
They're not endorsing us, and they definitely are not. You know, we're not saying they endorse us, but we are saying our product.
So they
is
should
really
be
cool with their
really
product.
thrilled that we're saying their name.
Because
That's what
it's
I'm
awesome.
saying.
This is
They did lose their #1 position to Exxon of all things.
Oh, really?
As the
Did you
largest
know-
company in the world.
Growing up as a kid, I never got boyfriends for some odd reason, and so I had to make up my imaginary boyfriend, and his name was Habib, and he was the CEO of Exxon. That was my story.
Habib, the CEO of Exxon.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of racist.
I know it sounds really racist, but I love him. I don't know.
But you loved Habib, and that's okay.
I did, and we were like this. All my friends know about
Like a
him.
zombie eating somebody?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was lovely. Anyway, that's my aside
And
about
Christine
Exxon.
also loves Korean dramas. I don't know if you know that, but there's another.
I was just watching
So
one
she-
today. That's why I was late.
She likes to love on other cultures. It's
Okay.
part of her who she
I will
is.
tell you my Korean drama story,
Okay.
knowing that you love Korean drama. I studied Taekwondo as a young child,
Yes.
from 8 until I was 17 years old, and the guy who taught me was the Tiger Yang, who was the biggest martial arts drama star in all of Korea.
I'm totally gonna look him up.
Yeah, Tiger Yang, Muyedo.
Tiger.
Check it out. That was a free pitch.
Tiger Yang. Okay,
Say it out loud, Tiger Yang. It's fun.
Tiger Yang. Tiger Yang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look him up as soon as I get home.
You
That's
do.
fin- my
You
my
know for
mom.
sure.
My mom's watching this. Mom, look him up too.
Check it out.
Viki.com is a good place to look up
Ooh, what's that?
actors too.
Well, I'm going to show you one other little secret hidden thing that we
Whoa.
don't talk about in the video. There is a compartment on the back of the Expedition model that you can store your cables in, or you can store whatever people store in small concealable containers while they're traveling and stuff. I don't know, your medication, earplugs,
Yes.
extra ammo,
Right?
or a cable. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever it is you think you need to take, there's a cute little.
That's so
The
cool.
compartment.
Bigger on the inside.
It is.
Mm.
It's kind of
That's
like
awesome. It is. Okay, so that is no outlet, no problem.
.com.
Yes.
.com.
So look that up. And what I want to segue into is that this would be a brilliant thing to put into your zombie prepping kit.
I was totally gonna say that.
Because,
now.
you know, we're not going to have electricity when the zombie apocalypse. I mean, that's a possibility, right?
It's a possibility.
It might
It's
be
a high, there's a high
sporadic.
probability.
Sporadic.
Yeah.
But FYI, just so you know right now, I just read this. So when it's cold, zombies freeze. So everybody watching, don't worry. We will not be attacked by zombies today because they freeze.
It's 14
And
degrees out.
I know, they'd be frozen.
Oh, I
So,
didn't-
and
I
they
didn't
don't
know
attack.
that.
That's what they say
There's
in
not
World
many zombie winter movies, are there?
Well, that's what they
Just
say in
like-
That's
World
what
War
they
Z.
say.
That's what they say in World War
Also,
Z.
if you follow The Walking Dead at all,
Yeah.
they're kind of waiting for the winter to come and wipe out the zombies and stuff like
Because
that.
they all freeze, but then in the spring they reanimate again, which kind of sucks.
Well, they can.
But
I mean,
if they're
it depends.
while they're dead, you just take this cool weapon, and just go out and hack off all their
Yeah,
heads.
you can
and
do the
you're
hacking
cool.
thing. I mean, you really
Yeah.
have to look at which of the zombie scenarios you're looking at. I mean,
Right,
there's-
because there's a lot of different theories.
well, you have your societal zombies. I mean, your stuff that goes back to legend and some cultural stuff like the voodoo type of zombie, which really isn't the I'm gonna rise from the dead and eat your brains kind of zombie, but then you become a slave, and there's those kind of zombies.
Yes, right.
You have your sociological zombies, which are that lower underclass, underrepresented, who are gonna, the minute the economy collapses, are gonna be scavenging and scurrying. I mean, people talk about that as a zombie. And then you've got your straight up the government screwed us over zombies. Some sort of released plague.
Yes, right? Because
The
they've
virus.
always they're secretly working on a zombie virus now, as in Resident Evil, the T virus. Is that what it
T-virus.
is? Yeah,
Alice,
yeah.
bad little girl.
I know.
Bad
It's
little girl.
yeah.
It's always like a government conspiracy. Governments try to hide all the stuff, and then the zombies all of a sudden attack, and people wake up and they're like, "Holy crap!"
Oh no.
These people are eating us.
So when the government releases this, said
It'll probably be an accident.
right,
True.
true.
Yes, it'll be an accident. I don't think they'd intentionally zombify most of the world.
Where do you think patient zero would start? If you could pick
Atlanta,
one
the
place-
CDC.
Oh.
That's probably where they're doing most.
Like the Stand, right? No, that was a military base, wasn't
It's a
it?
military base, and
Yeah.
the patient zero, came out of there. The super
Yeah.
flu.
Yeah.
Got some
Patient
trips.
zero was in China in World War Z.
Wouldn't surprise me. A lot
Yeah.
of weird stuff goes on there.
Well, you've been there.
Okay, so if we have the traditional zombie, well now, cause see, there's running zombies now, though. Like
I've seen a lot more of that.
And they
more
swim.
running zombies, because in your old school zombie, you had the typical stumbling zombie.
And they're really not as scary. I mean,
No,
it's just the
because you-
numbers, but at the same point, cardio. Come on,
I know exactly. It's like Zombieland, right? If you have cardio, which I don't, by the way.
you have a bike.
I'm pretty. I do have a bike,
Ever
so
seen
then
a
you
zombie on a
ride it?
bike? Ever
No,
seen a
no,
zombie
I
on
don't
a
think they
bike?
have the coordination for a
Do
bike.
they?
Well,
Right
you're
there.
screwed.
Not
You're the
worried
first to
about
go.
Yeah,
I'll rescue you though. I'll try.
that would be good. Thank you.
Mhm.
So I don't have cardio, but it's okay because they're if they're the stumbling zombies, you can walk fast and almost be
Just gotta
okay.
walk them for the most part.
Yeah.
I really don't worry about that particular kind of zombie for the most
Yeah,
part.
yeah,
And
People
it
be
makes
okay.
for a good movie if you've got a baseball bat or my personal favorite
yeah.
zombie
Show them
killing
the
tool.
weapon. Yes.
If you're gonna have to kill zombies, I highly recommend the Gerber.
Woo!
It's got a nice sawtooth back. I mean, so you
Mhm.
can do some limb removal. It also is good hacking kind of thing.
Yes.
I think I'd be a
Feels good.
hacker. I
The
think
weight,
I'd be
the
a.
weight just feels right in your hand.
Oh, and it's light.
Do you feel safer
I actually do.
automatically?
I really
Watch out.
don't right now, to be honest.
Well, you're in the middle of two
I
people
kind
talking,
of do.
swinging a machete.
I know, that's right. You are in the middle. Here, you want to hold it?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm not safe with knives. I'm gonna be honest. I think the
I think
zombie
I'd be a
is
hacker.
less of a
I
threat
think
than
I'd be a
knife.
one swipe wonder.
I'll be honest, the hackers make much better television and they make better movies. But the
Okay,
reality is,
screw.
the hiders make much better survivors.
That is a good
This
point.
So if you're all holed
I'd
up
be a
someplace,
hidey hacker.
Because we all
I
want to
do
be
that.
Alice,
I'm a
right?
hacker.
Who's like,
Who does it? But how many of you can do a triple backflip with 245s and hit your targets?
I can.
well,
Well,
I did it
there's
just
you.
yesterday. I watch Korean dramas. That's what they do. Triple backflips and kick
Yeah.
things.
They have wires and folks to help them with that.
that's
Do
true.
they?
See, in
I
real
don't bring my
life,
wire crew with me when I'm running for zombies. I never have.
in real life, we hide in the basement of our houses.
And those are the people who survive. If
Yeah.
you're hiding with your food, your water, you got some standoff type of weapons where you can get the zombies far away. Or set traps. You only have to be faster
Right.
than the guy you're with.
Well, that's a good
Nothing
point.
personal. But transistor radios, they love sound, they follow sound, right? Transistor
Yes.
radio wrapped around a cat's neck you don't like and send it out to the woods and they're going to follow it, not you. The end.
Yes.
Well, that seems pretty easy. But what if? See, here's the thing. What scares me the most are the hordes of them. Like they just come like non-stop. Do you know what I mean? Like millions of them.
Did
just
you ever ask why aren't they eating each other?
probably because they taste bad because
Are
they're
their
rotten.
But do
brains
you think
not?
they care about taste?
I don't know.
They don't eat brains
That's a good-
anymore. Brains is kind of a...
The
Is
brain,
that old
you
school?
shoot their
Old
brains. They
school.
just kill them. Like
Whatever.
you have to kill their
brainstem.
brains.
Just got to sever the brain from the
Yeah.
brainstem.
You got to kill the brain.
But they still need fluid, and you still need electrolytes and stuff to move your muscles and all that kind of stuff. And then
So why
eventually
don't they
gotta
eat
run
each
out of
other?
fluids. It's a good question that I've never really got around.
It is a good
Well,
question. Why? What do you think?
Maybe because their like insides are tar. And I'm reading World War Z. This is why I'm talking about it so much.
It's all blacked up.
It's all black and tarry, so maybe it just is not viscous enough for them to deal with. And maybe it's not appealing. Maybe
So
blood
they're-
has an appealing
They're
smell.
connoisseurs of it.
Well, because remember in The Walking Dead, like that first big, where he goes into the city on the horse. It's
Mhm.
all cool.
They
And then he
eat
gets
the
there and he's
horse.
like, oh my god, because there's like
They
5
eat the horse.
quadrillion of them. But then at one point they go in amongst the zombies by
covering themselves.
covering
in zombie
themselves with zombie
goo. It
goo.
was a smell thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. So maybe
Now
that's
that's
it.
saying is that the historical record? Is that really how it is, or is that just like made for TV? I mean, really?
We should
Right.
look that up.
I know, but I was intrigued by that. I was like, oh, because I wouldn't have wanted to be the one to try it
But I would
personally.
wear
Because
a-
what
I
if it
would
doesn't
wear-
work?
But I would wear a zombie suit.
Right.
I would totally wear a zombie suit if that means I could just walk
Well,
around.
Oh, heck yeah.
It might be a smell thing too, because in World War Z they have what's called the Quislings, Quislings, and these are people who act like zombies, kind of like when you get kidnapped or whatever, and you start, joining the side of your kidnapper and all that stuff, and
Oh,
the Stockholm
Stockholm
syndrome.
There you go.
And these people, they can't cope, and so they start acting like zombies to maybe befriend the zombies, but the zombies always find them, and so eat them and stuff. So in the very beginning, I guess people were thinking that there's a way to get zombies to attack other zombies, but the zombies are really attacking the people who are acting like zombies.
So they really
And
can't
so
be
maybe
fooled.
there is a smell.
What you're saying is they can't be fooled.
They can't. I think it's a smell thing.
It's got to be a smell thing.
I think it is.
So
Judging
maybe-
if we're going by The Walking Dead and
Is it World War Z?
yeah.
So
then
you're thinking that I should make a zombie cologne?
I think you should.
Totally.
Yeah, I think you
'Cause
should.
then you don't have to have the goo on you, just the smell.
Ugh.
Yeah, because nobody.
But
really
you probably
wants
would
chop
have
up
to.
a
I wonder
zombie
if
and put
you'd
it
have
on
to
you.
like, at least do some makeup or something, or roll around in the dirt.
And here's a
to-
question.
Well, Bill Murray he got away with just the makeup.
He did.
Little stumbling.
He did, and he was probably my favorite zombie of all time. He
That was
was
pretty
awesome. He was
Shaun of the
really good.
Dead is.
I heart that one.
There's a couple
Okay,
of-
here's my thoughts on zombies.
Bill
I-
Nighy in that movie.
Oh,
I think I like funny zombies because I'm reading like a real zombie book, and it's kind of scary. Like last night I was reading it, and this guy was jumping, through his apartment building trying to escape the zombies because he was like holed up. He was like one of the cyber guys, so he was all holed up in his,
like Cyber Cave.
yeah, in his cyber cave, and like his parents
Just cyber
disappeared. One day his parents stopped bringing him food. He never knew what happened to his parents, and then he started hearing all this stuff, and they were zombies. And so he started like jumping down windows, and things were knocking on the door. I caught myself like looking out my bedroom door, going, "Okay, we're okay." I'm like, seriously.
But you're up here in cold land. It's cold.
I know, and then I realized that, and the zombies wouldn't be attacking because they're frozen.
It's cold. It's
And
like-
I could totally take my machete and lop their heads off.
Your Gerber survival.
My
machete.
Gerber, what?
Survival machine.
Gerber survival. That
It's a
sounds
saw.
like baby food. Why
It
would
is.
they name a?
It's a famous knife company, also.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's also
it is.
going techie and geeky. It's also the name for the files you make printed circuit boards. Are called Gerber files.
See.
So there's Gerber all over the place.
Or
right?
baby food, which I like.
Ew. And that will, also help you survive the zombie apocalypse.
It
You can
would.
eat baby food.
You
But
just
in the
lasts
very end,
forever.
in the very end, if there's like baby food and you better run.
Yeah.
I don't think the zombies
Yeah,
would like
eat you
baby
first.
food so much. Yeah.
Not eating baby food.
He's not even a zombie yet, and he's gonna eat you first before the
Way ahead of
baby food.
baby food.
Have you ever tried it?
I'm sure I did when I was young. And
When you were
toothless.
like a baby.
Yeah.
I have a box of it in my pantry right now. I like.
Your very own?
Totally, and I
mix
pour
up
it,
some
and I-
peaches and apricots.
No,
or
it's like the
string
fish food
beans.
flaky stuff that you pour in and you add milk to rehydrate it, makes mush. Sorry.
Awesome. That
And next
sounds
week
good.
on Let's Recap.
We may have just lost a few
On
viewers.
Fear Factor,
Whoops.
what will you not eat?
Oh, totally. I would like walk through scorpions, but eat a thing of baby food. Totally not happening.
Yeah, for a while that was really popular in the whole baby shower thing, like taste baby foods. To
Oh,
see
I
what
wouldn't eat
baby
the
food-
stuff in the jar. That's disgusting.
Yeah, it was pretty gross.
But the rehydrates.
It's
fish
good.
Baby food ready
Fish
to
flakes
eat, like
is
the
good.
MRE.
It's yummy.
That's fine. That's how
Yeah.
you're gonna roll.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at zombies, though, seriously, like if you're like preparing and you're thinking about like, oh, society's going to collapse and stuff, which most of those zombie stories, being serious for just a moment, are really based around that primal fear that things are going to fall apart and I'm not going to be controlled.
Right.
So prepping, which a lot of people up in our neck of the woods do,
Oh yeah.
not me, government. I don't prep at all. But
But some people are known to.
they are, and in the communities surrounding our area, but none actually in our county that I'm
Okay.
aware of. But when you're talking about that kind of prepping, having power, having just basic necessities like food, like if you're a big baby food fan, hey, it's cheap and you can store it. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it lasts for a long time.
forever.
but a lot of people are like, hey, I've got 12 cases of ramen. I'm like, have you looked at what's in ramen? You're going to want to shoot yourself by the time you're done being hungry.
Here's
I
some
mean,
MSG.
yeah, just fill yourself
Have a
up
good
with that.
time.
But only stock and prep the kind of things you're actually going to use on a daily basis to make you happy. Because frankly, you're already buying them anyway.
Like chocolate.
Dude, you know how
Wine.
important chocolate and wine are going to be
Yeah,
if society
Probably
falls
stuff
apart?
you don't
Right.
have to really, really cook either would help because, well, here's why. Again, in World War Z.
I knew it was going.
We're back to
Hey, you know what? I'm learning a lot. Anyway, so this girl, she gets dropped in, her plane crashes and she gets dropped into like the middle of zombie territory and she goes by this, expensive SUV, whatever, chock full of like civilian preparatory, whatever stuff. And she said none of it was useful. She's like, I can't even do anything with this. You have to cook. All the food involves tons and tons of cooking and lighting fires and all this stuff. And I don't even, so I'm just, yeah.
Most things that are in a can you can eat without having to cook. You can. They're not as much fun. Who likes cold chili? You?
Mm.
No one likes cold
No.
chili. It's a fact. But you can eat it. You can eat it. It's totally
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So having a mix of
I
stuff
would
though,
probably like it if I hadn't eaten for a while. I
Mhm.
would think it was awesome.
and a warm meal is good for morale. That's all I'm
It is-
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bear Grylls says
That's
that.
probably why zombies eat warm, living people because
Yeah.
it's good for them. It makes them happy.
They do seem really happy after they eat.
Yeah,
They
we're all
do.
kind of motivated by being happy and
Do
making
zombies
ourselves happy.
smile?
I saw zombies.
You did?
Is it
That
on
little
that new
girl in the
preview?
Walking Dead one.
Oh God.
When she comes out of the barn.
Oh, she's so creepy.
I have to be honest. That's when I stopped watching the show.
Okay, you know
couldn't
what?
do
I
that.
actually had an idea recently that I was thinking, you know, it's not been done to my knowledge. It may have been done, but I haven't seen it or come in contact with it. But you know, there's a lot of viruses that only kids get.
Mhm.
Like we sort of grow out of it,
Well,
right?
we have
Like
them in us all the time. We just develop the immunity.
but
to
we're
them,
immune
obviously.
to it, kind of things. Like, why is there not? Like, that would be the creepiest zombie movie ever.
If it started with
zombie.
children.
If it was just children that
Who's going to
I
actually
couldn't
like
watch
like
that, though.
we are old enough to get
That's
like
scary though.
immunity to it, but for some reason the kids get it.
I couldn't watch that. There's no way.
I
Even
can't
you-
even
I have,
handle
like, my
the
skin
one
is
little
crawling.
girl.
No,
My
I just got like the goose pimples.
Sorry,
Good.
maybe
I
nobody-
know, right?
That's
My
why
skin's
nobody's done
crawling.
it because it's
Yeah.
awful.
It's icky.
Sorry.
Did you, but you've read Pet Sematary, Stephen King?
No,
Have you read
no.
Pet Sematary?
Mm-mm.
Have you read Pet Sematary?
I'm sure they
I mean,
have.
it's about a guy whose son gets killed in a car wreck on the main road in front of their house, and he goes and buries the son in this resurrection Indian cemetery, this old ancient cemetery that's supposed to resurrect the dead. And he doesn't come back quite right.
Oh,
And I mean, the book is hard enough.
it's not about pets then.
Yeah, well, he starts with the cat, and it works with the cat. The cat comes back not quite right, but right enough that nobody really cares. He doesn't smell good, though. The cat doesn't.
Well, because he's probably dead. So.
But they're thinking, I
Smells
love
like a
my
zombie.
son. The son's name is Gage. I remember the son's name now. So Gage comes back, but he comes back like evil. It has Herman Munster in it, too. And the lady who was in Star Trek The Next Generation, who played the short-haired blonde lady whose name I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
remember right now.
Oh,
It's
I'm
alright,
not
you're
either.
okay.
It's okay. I can't remember it
See, I
either.
can't watch. I
Sorry,
can't
Herb.
watch things with kids because then I think about my own kids and then I start feeling sad.
Well, that is
I
why
can't handle
her
that.
story would probably be the ultimate horror story.
It would be the ultimate horror stories.
Yeah.
Because could you imagine?
'Cause I-
Okay, go
So
ahead.
you write this
Yes.
awesome story about the Queen of Hearts and her becoming that evil person.
Right.
So if you had that kind of thing, but you had it with zombies, why hasn't there been an Alice in Wonderland
With zombies.
Maybe because I tried to read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies and I could not get. Maybe it was bad writing. I don't know. It's so hilarious.
Well,
to have,
I
like,
think
Okay, say
you're.
the name of the book out loud real quick, and then say again. And I had such high hopes for it.
No, I think what happened. See, I also read that book because my book club is reading Pride and Prejudice, and honestly, I can't do it. There's just Jane Austen. I'm sure you're great, and some of the movies I can watch, but not the 9-hour BBC version of Pride and Prejudice. You know, like.
Talk with a funny voice.
Yeah, just not. I can't do it. I can't do it. And so I thought, well, maybe I can make it through the Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. But it's like they actually took, I think, a lot of the book, the original book, and then mixed in a zombie story. And the zombie story part was awesome. But it's just that there was still the whole
There's
original Pride
There's
and
still that
Prejudice.
Jane Austen aftertaste.
Darn it! You know, and I wish I was, one of those super smart people that could just sit down and read Jane Austen. But
I
apparently,
just didn't care enough to get past the verbiage, like the old English Jane Austen verbiage. I'm like, okay, my mind's not functioning this well right now. I can't.
But have you tried like the Nathaniel Hawthorne kind of stuff, like House of the Seven Gables and stuff? That's written in colonial times, and I mean, it is a phenomenally engaging, scary story.
No,
What's it? Is it about zombies?
I read a lot of
It's
poems.
not about zombies. No, there was no zombies yet. And this is probably, sorry, it's been a long time. I can't remember the exact time period when Nathaniel Hawthorne wrote that, but the House of Seven Gables is in Salem. I took my wife there
Oh yeah, I remember that.
for
You guys went
Halloween, and we went and saw the whole book acted out in the actual
in his
Oh.
house or
Hawthorne
something,
house and
right?
stuff.
Yeah,
Really, really cool. So I mean, there are some really old Gothic kind of
scary.
creepy, scary stuff that doesn't feature zombies, so I went out to
But I was just hoping
That's
it was going to
okay.
be funny. Like I was hoping for like a funny zombie story because I way prefer like Shaun of the Dead style zombie stuff.
But how
where I
many
could,
really funny ones are there?
Two.
like none.
The end.
Two.
Well,
Although I did find this
Night of the Living
book.
Dead, the one with the heavy metal punk rock 80s thing,
Right.
that was kind of funny.
Okay, favorite zombie movie
Personally,
or show?
I have to go back to the original Night of the Living Dead, black and white. It was so
Romero.
much scarier than that. Yeah, George Romero. I mean, that was by far, that was the penultimate. They already did it.
Yes.
Anything after that is going to
Is
be.
gonna be some sort of copy.
And I like the goofy. I really love the goofy stuff. I love Omega Man with Charlton Heston, the original one. I mean,
Charlton.
and then you go watch, the one with Will Smith later, the redo of that, I Am Legend.
Yes.
The end of that just made me angry. I'm just saying. The end of the book. I read the book. I'm like, I can't read this again. This is stupid.
We already read it once. I mean,
You don't need to read it again.
Well, I know, sometimes I like, well, it just made me angry. The end just made me so mad. I'm like,
Of
really?
I Am Legend or Mega Man?
I Am Legend.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle the end of that
I
one.
tweaked it. But if you watch the one with Charlton Heston with the goofy, like, sand buggies and people in shiny, sparkly clothes and stuff.
That sounds like my kind of movie.
Yeah. It's
I
good.
love
And
sparkles.
if you watch that and Soylent Green in the same night, you got like
It's people!
you get like a badge, though. You get like a special badge or something.
Special Uber sci-fi geek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should make one of those badges.
Yeah, we should. So, what is your favorite zombie movie, whatever book?
I'm probably gonna have to go with Shaun of the Dead because it doesn't scare me.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of a wuss.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to admit it.
Yeah, I kind of like all of them. I really love Shaun of the Dead. I love Zombieland. That was
And Zombieland is a comedy.
yeah, it's totally
Yeah.
a comedy, and it was hilarious.
Woody Harrelson
And
was fantastic.
I liked Resident Evil. I haven't seen 28 Days Later.
Would you consider Resident Evil though really to be a true zombie?
I don't know. I mean, it does have zombies in
It's got
it.
some bull Walking Dead types, but I mean, it also has like monsters. And
Yeah, that
genetic
that was the one thing I
mutation.
actually didn't like when they. I was really excited about the whole zombie thing, but then when they threw in that weird monster thing,
like
I
the
was
troll
kinda like,
guy carrying the big hammer.
yeah, I was like,
Like,
what?
what the hell? Where'd you get the
Where
hammer,
did
first of all?
where did that where did that come from? I don't
If
understand.
you're smart enough to like forge a 6-ton hammer and drag it through the city, wouldn't you think, dude, I could get a cart. I don't have to drag this thing. Smart enough to forge, you're smart enough for the wheel. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yes, agreed.
And that just
Agreed.
ruined it for me.
So yeah, well, and then what was the Walking Dead is.
I love
brilliant.
that show. It's very well done.
I do love that show, and I loved the first episode. Is really like just pulls you right in.
It's totally banned in our house at this point. Christy can't handle it, and Dominic
Oh.
loves it, which is a bad thing. You don't want
Does
your
it
13-year-old
scare
watching
Christy?
Walking
Is
Dead.
that why?
She just doesn't like the graphic, rip you apart parts. You know, the parts of the 13-year-old boy, like, yeah, it's
So
shotgun
yeah,
his crossbow bullets.
he's secretly prepping for the zombie apocalypse in his room.
He actually
Stuff
got
like that.
a crossbow for Christmas.
Oh, sweet.
He's very
Cool
happy.
So he's
Dad
ready,
of
and
the
he can do
year,
parkour.
right here.
Yes.
So he can like do parkour and shoot people.
Probably do
He
one
could
of those
probably do
back-
those.
back
Yeah.
flip
Do the
thing.
backflip
He
thing.
probably could.
Yeah.
So yeah, so my son does special effects makeup, like really, really good special effects makeup, and he's not. Well, he just turned 10. So we were actually thinking about having him do zombie makeup on us this morning. But then I realized I was going to play some music at my daughter's school, like a bunch of preschoolers. And I really thought that
That would
right
be
before I
awesome.
came here, and I thought that would just be a little
I
disturbing.
want to
Might
see
scare
someone.
the poor children.
I want to see someone doing the farmer in the Dell or that.
Old MacDonald.
Just-
Ah.
That would be fun, and I would be completely up for that.
Yeah. So that
Can
would
you
be-
take care of
would
that
go
for
in
us? Do like a children's zombie.
We'll see. The children's zombie thing apparently is a theme today.
Like the
Sing-along.
children's zombie sing along. Yes, I think that'd be great.
With banjo.
With it, I gotta get better.
Well, you play the banjo, and really.
I just
Nothing
need to show
personal
up. I
to
don't
the
have
world's
to.
banjo players, but I can't tell a great banjo player. I just started.
Okay, well I'm great then. I'm great.
You could be, and I'd never know. I would never know.
Yeah, you
Like,
would.
"Oh, it's banjo, I hear it.
Yeah.
I went to banjo. I'm sorry, I do that sometimes. I just.
That's
Just
okay. I like
happens.
it.
We like
I like
tangents. We're all about tangents. This is our favorite zombie game, by the way.
I have never.
You
You never played it?
No.
You would love this game.
You would love
this
this
is
game.
like a geek's dream game.
So the Flux games, FLUXX, are super fun anyway, and they have Monty Python Flux, and they have sci-fi
Eon
Flux. Do
I
what?
don't know if
Eon
they have
Flux,
that.
as in
I don't know if
the
they do.
original sci-fi anime. Awesome.
I don't know if they do.
I don't know.
But this zombie one is super fun. So if
Mhm.
you're looking for a zombie game to play,
Where can you get that?
you
have
can
to
get
get
it on
online.
Amazon. I know, and they have like those cool game stores that actually have like.
Can you post a
good
link or something on your
games.
blog so I don't have to go looking for zombies on Amazon? Because I'm sure they'll end up putting me in some sort of queue where I'll look at his zombie stuff for the rest of my
Yeah,
life.
I have had that happen a few times where I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I actually don't.
I watched Will and Grace one time and my TiVo thought I was gay for a year. Some of the stuff
I hate it when that happens.
But this looks like Eddie from Iron Maiden albums.
kind of does.
Doesn't it?
Oh,
Only he's a little bit better looking.
Well,
he's a better looking. Yeah.
he
Well,
looks
there's that.
less.
Did you know you can buy zombie pinup girl calendars?
Yes.
Okay.
You know,
Zombiepinups.com, they had the best pinup calendar, but they've only had it for like 1 year. And since, I don't know, it was a few years ago I bought it for my brother. My brother and I have been buying each other calendars for Christmas for, I don't even know, 12 years, whatever. And so I've moved on to find, hot zombie girls, and it was perfect, but they never made it again. which totally stinks. But they have other ones on
Colorado
Amazon.
Springs has a group called the Redheaded Zombies that is it's a music collective as well as an art collective, and they have tons of awesome freaking pinup zombie stuff.
Really?
I mean, if you're into that kind of thing.
That's
I'm not.
so
I'm not, I
funny.
swear.
Well, I'll have to keep that in mind for next Christmas.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
a tattoo and
I
Either
have been
one a tattoo.
zombified
I'm the one who
actually
wants a
a
tattoo.
few times.
You did the
because-
zombie crawl this year, didn't you? Or the
No,
zombie-
but my son practices his makeup on me, and I bought him a deal of zombie blood because zombie blood is black. In case you don't know this.
And gooey and gross.
It's
It probably smells
not
like
like your normal special effects blood.
She told me they'll add sugar to it or something just to make it fun.
So you can eat it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he made my face all. Bleh.
I'll attest to it. It was
really
gross.
great. Yeah,
Because she's really pretty, but then she did that,
Oh,
and it was gross.
and I was
Okay,
scary.
so, yeah.
And actually, I went to a school. He was doing the workshop at the high school, and so we showed pictures of some of the work he'd done before he taught the little workshop thing. And we showed the zombie picture, and I was like, "And this is me as a zombie," and they were all like, "That's you?" Like, nobody
It
knew
was-
it was me. I was like,
awesome.
"Yeah, it's me." Yes,
You gotta
With
get
a
my
big
face
giant
off.
chunk out of the side of her
I
face.
know. I
Face
wish they
Off.
had like kids' version of Face Off. That would be super.
Or just
cool.
have him
He'd
compete
win.
against all those other freaks anyway. Would be
Yeah,
fun.
I know.
Nothing personal to the face off.
He'd probably win, though. He'd probably win because he's so good.
He is. Yeah.
He
there's-
did this one. It was like a cut, and you go like this, and it like oozed. It was sick. It was awesome.
It was really cool.
Did you
Yeah.
see the face off where the belly dancing lady had the tummy
Oh,
that ate?
is that this week's? Because
That was
I haven't
this-
watched.
it already-
Yeah, we haven't watched it yet.
I won't tell you what happens in the end, but she can belly dance and make the mouth open and close.
Well, that's what you want.
That's fantastic.
I was thinking about that for myself.
Great. That's great.
So how do we do on our charge thing here?
Yes, let's check it out.
What's that say?
100%! Yay!
So-
That's awesome.
It works.
Yeah.
The proof.
That's awesome.
Do
And
that.
so that's, again, no outlet, no problem.
Check them out on Kickstarter.
Yes, and we're at the geekyfaucets.com.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can find
See us
some-
at the Galaxy
You
Fest
just- yeah,
on
come to
Friday.
Galaxy Fest this
Yes,
weekend.
if you're in Colorado Springs.
You don't
Come
want
see
to miss
Tony,
that.
too.
You really
Yeah.
don't want to miss it.
And his wife doing art, and his
And his
son
kid.
doing music, and his uber talented family. His other son probably doing parkour and shooting crossbows. So.
With his iguana.
Add zombies. add
With his
iguanas.
iguana.
Or with iguana.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder if you can train his iguanas to eat zombies.
It would have to be a large iguana.
They get big. They get like 6 feet.
Oh,
Can you imagine having your own little army of trained iguanas? to eat
He's
zombies?
so awesome. Oh my word. I would love that.
I've got a book award.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and we hope you had a great time, as much fun as we did. And we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.